An arbitration panel ruled this week that Mike Lindell has to pay up because back at his very first cyber symposium in August of 2021, he decided to launch a challenge called Prove Mike Wrong. And it wasn't just him going out there and saying, I'll give $5 million to whoever can prove this data wrong. He did say that, but apparently he actually launched a real, legitimate contest with actual rules. He sent the data to people who requested it and said, if you prove me wrong, if you prove that this data is not accurate, I will pay you $5 million. Well, a computer forensics expert by the name of Robert Zeidman decided, sounds like a bet. So he contacted Lindell's group. They sent him the information in question, and he did his computer forensics on it. And turns out it was completely false. Not only that, but Lindell also did not turn over some of the so-called packet captures that he ranted and raved about in 2021 that he was supposed to send and just didn't. But the data that the man did receive, Mr. Zeidman, he was able to prove that it was completely fake, not from the 2020 election. And it, of course, did not show that China interfered in the 2020 election as Lindell had claimed. So when Mr. Zeidman went up and said, hey, I've proved your data wrong, I would like my $5 million. The Lindell management company said, no. So Mr. Zeidman said, but I adhered to the rules of the competition. I signed up, I submitted, I did everything I was supposed to do according to the agreement that you signed and I signed. Give me my $5 million. So according to the agreement that the two signed, which was an arbitration agreement, a binding final arbitration agreement, and that's going to come into play in just a moment, they had to go to an arbitration panel, and the arbitration panel ruled this week that, hey, Mr. Zeidman, he did everything he was supposed to. He did prove that your data was inaccurate. You owe him $5 million and you have to pay. Now, after this ruling came out, Mike Lindell said, they made a terribly wrong decision. This will be going to court. Except it really can't. Because as I mentioned, both parties signed a binding arbitration agreement that means they both, no matter what, agree to the terms that the arbitration panel decides. So they both signed documents saying, no matter what, we will adhere to the arbitration panel's decision. Now, there is a chance that this could, and this is according to Mr. Zeidman's lawyer, he basically said, the panel's decision cannot be directly appealed, but Lindell could ask a federal court to quash it on the basis that it represented a manifest injustice. The statutory grounds for such a claim are narrow, and it is extremely rare for such a claim to succeed. So there's a small chance he could take it back to court, but given the fact that his signature is on the document, that they both agreed to do this, they went through the process, not much you can do. Especially when you consider the fact that this was not going to meet the criteria of a manifest injustice, because in depositions in the case, Mike Lindell had this to say. The symposium was to get the big audience and have all the media there, and then the cyber guys saying, yes, this data is from the 2020 election, and you better look at how they intruded into our machines, our computers, and that was the whole purpose. I thought, well, what if I put up a $5 million challenge out there? Then it would get news, which it did, so then you got some attention. Okay, so you're admitting that you launched the challenge just to get more attention. But you still launched the challenge because you didn't think anybody was going to take you up on it. You didn't think you had enough eyeballs on your symposium, so you did whatever it took to get more eyeballs on it, but you're now on the hook. You are now liable for those eyeballs. That's not a manifest injustice. That was you wanting more attention, and there is no way in hell a court, one, they're definitely not going to overturn it. Two, I don't think you're going to find a court in this country willing to even take it up after you sign that binding arbitration agreement. Mike Lindell has to pay. Maybe in the future he'll think twice before launching such ridiculously idiotic challenges just to get a little bit of publicity. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.